This is the Real Melbourne Podcast, the central point of this beautiful city's culture. I'm Alex Dickinson.
And I'm Brian Hughes, and today we're joined by the man, the myth, the legend. Look at him flexing already. His name is Marquis, man. Part of the Real Melbourne team. What's up?
What's up? What's good, everybody?
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Bro, glad to have us all back in the studio, you know what I mean?
Man,
but like the first time actually doing it properly, because, you know, when Brian was away, you know, you came into the picture and like then we had to take the huge hiatus with COVID. Now the three of us in the studio, we're ready to rock, you know what I mean?
Honestly, like it's been a long time coming. It's been a hell of a year.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody at home listening to this can attest to this and agree to this, that it's been an exceptional year, like one of a kind. And I'm just happy to be back in the studio, you know, back all together, just doing what we love, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Definitely, man. Yeah, speak on even just your introduction and, you know, how you found us and how you got in contact with me, I guess.
No, facts. So, I reached out to you. So I've not been in the I guess Melbourne entertainment scene or
Entertainment, you say?
I've not been in it basically. I haven't been in it. I've basically been outside, more in the sports area. So I'm a board member of OSFA, which is the Oral Sports Federation of Australia, and so my main thing is basically to help facilitate or bring up underrepresented groups. So and use the expertise I have in like my background, whether it's like through my studies or like profession and like professional aspect, to try to bring that into things I love, you know. So music, we all love music. Sports, I'm a huge sports fan, and specifically soccer and specifically hip hop, R&B, urban scenes in terms of music and entertainment. So that's where I try to bring my expertise, my talent, and try to just to help. I'm here to just give, basically, give value. And how we came into contact was, I saw Neezy. So I grew up with Neezy, basically, and he's been doing bits, in Melbourne and stuff, doing his thing. And shout out to Neezy, man. He's killing it. I'm so proud of the guy, from where he's come from and where he's now. And I saw him on your podcast, and I was like, okay, wow, there's nothing like this in Melbourne. I don't think there's anything like this in Australia, to be honest with you. There hasn't been much representation for like urban hip hop communities or urban artists, urban talent, or creatives in general, outside of the actual the club scene. Like I know we spoke about Laundry previously and what they do, but in terms of an actual media platform, it's very, very limited. So when I saw Neezy on there, I was just stoked. I was like, okay, what is this? What is this, and how do I get involved? So I shot a DM to you. I reached out to you, and you just open arms. We linked up, we caught up, and we hit it off straight away.
Had a nice coffee.
Yeah, we had a nice coffee. I think that you had a smoothie. Oh,
yeah.
You had a smoothie. I had a what did I have? I think I had like a chai latte or something. Anyway, so from there, I just came on board, and I think one of the first few interviews we did, I came in the studio just to kind of shadow, just to kind of get an idea, just because at that point I just wanted a bit more exposure into what you guys do and the setup, and what kind of value we give to the urban or hip hop community, in Melbourne and Australia. And the artists that came through week after week or every fortnight, was just amazing. And there was a lot of familiar faces, you know what I mean? There was a lot of talented creatives that came through, and it was just, just amazing to be a part of it, So again, just happy to be on board, and just excited to what the future holds, man. Straight up.
Yeah, and it's so great to have you on, to help build and enhance the culture that we have here in real Melbourne, because people that walk through these doors, they feel it. They feel we got good energy here, and they want to kick it with us afterwards, and link up for some other things, or collaborate on some other things. That's what we're all about here, and you get to witness that and be a part of that firsthand. So it's really cool to have you.
It's a whole experience, you know what I mean? Not just for the artists that come here and they're experiencing, interviews like this. A lot of them are obviously underground artists, or not really mainstream yet, let's say. So they're not really...
And we can't even get access to the mainstream guys, whatever.
Fact.
So
and a lot of them haven't really been in interviews, Gel's one that just was in this seat just a moment ago. This was his first interview. You know what I mean? And his story is so common in the the urban hip hop scene that it's just great that we're facilitating something like this. And it's the whole experience, not just for them, but for us as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get to hear their story. We get to listen to their art. At the end of the day, they're we're experiencing it just like at the end of the day, I'm a fan. That's when it comes down to it, I'm a fan of music and hip hop. So it's just a pleasure to be around. You know what I mean? And people probably wondering like, what value would I give? You know what I mean? And for me, I've been around the scene. I know a lot of people in terms of just like networking and just throughout my time growing up in Melbourne, I've been I've been to school in the north. I've been to school in the west where I'm from. I've studied in the southeast for several years, and I've been basically all around. And I'm working quite centrally in the city. So, just by mere fact of doing that, or I've come into contact with just a lot of people in the scene, and it's just what I'm trying to do here is just bridge that gap. Just to kind of connect everybody together, and so the people get a chance to basically experience the art, experience the art of hip hop.
I mean, we can't mention any names at the moment, but the suggestion list and the people you've got in contact with are no joke. Like these guys are in the scene, doing their thing for a while, putting their stance on it, and some of these guys, if we get these guys on the podcast, they'd be really great, interesting chats. Because like we're all about that, all of us. I feel like it's like we want to pick brains of people that are really doing exciting stuff. In range of fields as well, because it's whether it be the club scene or fashion or music, whatever it is.
And we've like. When we first came together, we had so many ideas. Actually, we got a list together. We started working through getting people here and getting their voices heard, their brand, their music, fashion, whatever it is. Maybe they're in the entertainment scene in terms of the clubbing scene, the promoting scene, because that's a hub where people meet and they connect and they network and they build things. You know what I mean? So we had a list going, and then COVID happened, and then we had to take a massive break. So I'm really excited just to get back on the drawing board, get those people, get the fire burning again. As you said, there were some big names, man. There were some big names, and not just trying to hype shit up or whatever, but like I'm just keen to kind of get them on board, man, straight up. Because I think at the end of the day, we're doing this for the viewers, you know what I mean? We're doing this for the people out there, the fans, just like us. And they deserve to hear great things, great content coming out, which they've kind of been starved of. We've been starved as a community, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to name any channels or platforms and stuff, but mainstream channels in Australia, they don't really promote this like they should. In terms of how popular the genre is or how popular the culture is, it doesn't get its proper dues, to be honest with you. So we got to literally force it, you know what I mean? And I think it's a joke that on Fridays you have R&B day or some shit like that. It's just
R&B
it's a
Fridays.
joke, man. It's an absolute joke. But anyway,
I don't think they even exist anymore though.
don't they? Oh well, I don't listen to that shit anyway. But man.
No, we're trying to. It's good, man. I think you being part of the team, as well as having the networking. I think you're just down to earth, chill guy. Like me and Alex, we all have a laugh, we all have a joke. So I think building that group of people where we can enhance the energy at Real Melbourne as well, when people come here, it's like, oh look, they've got a team as well that we know we all work together, and we all like we're gonna become family the more we do this, so it's dope to have you on board, and we just want to have a laugh and have a good time, bro. And
day, man, like honestly, we hit off straight away. We got along. For me, that was a big tick. You know what I mean? That was a must. Like you gotta enjoy who you work with. Gotta get along on that level and just kind of be on the same wavelength, for me, energy's where it's at, 2020,
exactly.
Keep that bad energy far away from me, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But, it's just, it's good. It's good, man.
Definitely, man. Yeah, shit, hopefully big things coming up for 2021, man. We're hoping to bring a lot more people in, get this done on, a consistent basis as well, like prior, before COVID. And, let's keep the energy and good vibes going,
Yeah, facts. Facts.
But speak on some of the stuff you were doing, I guess, pre-COVID. Are you doing some of the stuff now with the soccer? Yeah,
so we're still working with the council and Victoria Police and just because there's a lot of permits that are involved. This is in regards to because we have an annual tournament with the Oromo soccer tournament based in Melbourne. There's just a lot more hurdles to kind of get across, a lot more red tape to kind of break through, to kind of tick all the boxes in terms of having a COVID safe event. We've got to make sure that we submit all the right paperwork, have all the right security there, do all like just basically cross our T's and dot our I's, and just basically satisfy them in terms of that we're doing the right thing for the people that attend the event, and just for the community as a whole. Because at the end of the day, it was a community event. That was what we're planning to do, and we have to just make sure we're doing right by them. Yeah.
That's good, man. Were you a bit of a soccer player back in the day?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've played soccer since I was about I'd say for a proper team. Maybe when I was from when I was 13, 14. But I've been playing soccer all my life since I was a kid.
What position?
Oh, well, pause.
This guy in the pauses.
Well, I gotta say that, you know what I mean? Shout out to Joe Budden podcast and stuff. No. Well, I started off as a striker. You know what I mean?
Can't take him seriously now.
You know what I mean? No.
Same year though. Yeah.
Start striker, midfield. Anywhere really. At this point, honestly, as long as I can get on the field and just play. But I love being, in the middle of the park and just setting up and creating the play and stuff. Playmaker, yeah. But obviously, stopped playing for a few years now.
Yeah.
But then I got into coaching, so I started coaching a team afterwards, and then after the coaching side of things, this is all just to do with like the Ormo soccer tournament as well. I started coaching that team, but all the teams that compete in that tournament. But after that, then it became like about running the tournament. Then we started.
That's sick. Yeah.
We started swim from like player to I captained the team and then coached the team. And then now trying to help run or facilitate the tournament and stuff. So,
but how do you get into like coaching a team? Do you just
you
might just like, oh, I'm nice in FIFA, fuck it, let's give it a go.
It's really at that point,
manager.
It's just a matter of just putting your hand up, and then because when you do play soccer for many years, you just know a lot of people, know a lot of players and stuff, and you like during the summer, that's when like their off season is usually, and so. The guys that really just want to continue playing or keep fit throughout the summer and stuff, this is like an opportunity for them to get on the park and just keep sharp while giving back to the community as well. And especially for the Ormo communities, it's a chance for everybody to kind of get together and kind of celebrate our culture, you know. And at that point, in terms of organizing a team, it can be a bit of a head. To be honest with you, it can be a bit of annoying organising, or managing and stuff like that. But it's all worth it at the end of the day when you see, the young kids, especially for the kids like younger, like under 6s, under 10s, whatever it is, they're having a great time. Look back and like it's all worth it at the end of the day.
And you got a direct impact into your community. That's got to mean something.
Yeah, man. Because when I was younger, there wasn't many things like that around. There was every now and again they would have a bit of a tournament, but then it kind of fizzled out. You know what I mean? And then randomly there'd be a tournament again, whereas now there's something a bit more structured, a bit more consistent year to year. The community, they know what to expect. We kind of set last year's tournament was pretty sick. I remember I was speaking to you about that last year, and that was pretty sick. So this year it's just a matter of getting everybody together because we've been apart for so long because of COVID, obviously. But while doing it in a COVID safe environment, so we're still in that process now of trying to set it up really, so. Yeah. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. And if you're once we get the dates confirmed and stuff, then we'll maybe promote the stuff or something. You can come down or whatever.
Definitely.
It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Did you follow any soccer teams growing up?
Yeah, so EPL mainly. I got into soccer because of Thierry Henry. That was my inspiration. That was my idol.
But you're not an Arsenal supporter though?
I am, facts.
You are?
100%. Okay. All day, Ghana all day.
You got a bit.
2-0 loss.
Yeah, it's a ton of, I don't want to hear that.
See Son's goal?
Oh my goodness,
Bro,
man. That was unbelievable.
Even
seriously.
Kane's goal was crazy, man.
At this point, I'm Arteta out. I'm out. Like I was a fan of his at the beginning, but now he's got to go.
Yeah.
We're 15th in the league, I think.
Yeah, how is that?
10 games in and we're 15th. The thing is, after 10 games, you kind of know where you're at in the season.
Yeah.
You know which direction you're going to be in. And it looks like Arsenal are going to be fighting for relegation.
Avoid relegation.
That's unbelievable.
Imagine Arsenal getting relegated. That's just a crazy thought.
Yeah.
I couldn't even fathom that.
I can't believe it. Like, in my mind, I think of Arsenal like, Vieira, Thierry Henry, obviously, Bergkamp, you know what I mean?
Fabregas,
all that. Adebayo, obviously he became what he was afterwards, a bit of a traitor.
Jose Antonio Reyes.
Antonio Reyes, rest in peace,
Did he die?
Yeah, he
no
died.
shit.
Yeah.
From what?
I think it was a car accident or something.
Yikes.
I think so.
How tragic.
Yeah, super tragic. It was, I think maybe few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, super sad. Super sad. But
anyway, Lehman, you know,
Yeah.
all the
Cole.
guys.
Yeah.
Sol Campbell.
yeah, a lot of Arsenal
Ashley
players.
Cole, yeah.
Bro,
Chelsea.
every Arsenal player just dips out
Yeah.
and like they do so much better. Like Ashley Cole, he went to Chelsea, right?
Yeah,
He won a
yeah.
Premier League.
Van Persie.
Van
Fabregas.
Persie left.
Yeah.
Fabregas left. He went to Barcelona.
Fabregas went to Chelsea as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to Chelsea,
to-
then Barcelona.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
god.
gotcha.
Yeah,
There you
bro.
go. Yeah.
Who else? Samir Nasri went to Man City. Won a.
yeah.
Adebayor went to Man City.
You still got Ozil or no?
We still have him, but he's not playing.
yeah.
Where is this guy? He's MIA.
I know, he's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
been like one of the better players the last few years though.
Yeah, and they're saying they're keeping him out for like football reasons and stuff, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think because he's pretty outspoken.
Yeah.
He's outspoken. Like he, like speaks about like the Uyghur community in China, who I think
The what?
Uyghur. I think it's like
yeah.
they're like a Muslim minority group in China,
Okay.
and they're facing kind of persecution now. There's actually reports of like concentration camps and that sort of thing. So he speaks out about that kind of thing and like advocates for those, you know, oppressed groups and stuff. And so there's rumors that like that's why he's being kept out of the squad, not for footballing reasons. Because Arsenal, he's a creative midfielder, right?
Yeah.
And Arsenal are missing a creative midfielder right now. And this guy is top, like a World Cup winner, you know what I mean? Top class footballer. And he's not even on the bench.
Yeah. If
You know
they
what I
need midfielders, why did they get rid of Wilshere and Ramsey some years ago?
Yeah, well, that's
Like,
the thing.
I thought they were going to retire there.
Yeah.
That's
That's the thing. I mean, they were like, I think they moved them out because they think it was like they were getting a bit too old, and so
But they're still late 20s, aren't they? And shit.
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know why it wasn't. I don't think it was a smart move. I'll take them back in a heartbeat. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Arsenal fans have to be like the
most loyal, yeah.
most loyal, the most
We're loyal,
disturbed,
man. We're loyal. You
They're
know?
always angry, man.
Arsenal fans don't cheat,
They're
you know?
they're always angry though, man. They never have peace with fucking
Yeah.
their team because they're always losing, bro. You
Yeah,
ever see that channel on YouTube where it's this, that guy?
AFTV. Shout out to AFTV. Shout out to Troops. Yeah.
Bro, all they do is go
Shout out
out.
to Don Robbie.
I think I've seen these. As
Yeah,
well,
they just go out outside and people just like, you know, shit on Arsenal. The fans just
Yeah.
shit on their own team, bro. It's hilarious, man.
Nah, man, it is. It's good entertainment,
Yo,
but
I kind of look at Arsenal as like not climaxing during sex. But
Yeah.
they're so close to it. It's like you're right there. You're at the tip. You're top
Are they
four.
ever that close?
Never
though?
gonna-
no, I think being an Arsenal fan is like getting blue balled. It's like
That's
you're,
what I'm saying,
you're
yeah.
nowhere near like any kind of.
No, you're close.
I don't think they're that
I
close.
feel like you're
Nah,
close.
Nah, Arsenal's never that close.
Nah.
Come
What?
on.
I mean, it's
they
been a
get
few
top
years.
4 in recent years and shit.
Nah,
I
when was
haven't
the last
been
time you
following
saw them in the
as much.
Champions League, bro?
Yeah.
You guys
They'll
don't
see-
even
Oh wait, so they haven't been in the Champions League in
They just never.
ages.
I never see them in the Champions League.
All
bro.
right, then maybe it might be blue balls though. Yeah.
Look, I mean, there was a time where we were kind of like fighting for the Premier League title, fighting to like win the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
And that was when like Henri was there, and I think we got to the Champions League final again in 2006 against Barcelona, and then the year after I think he left, and then it was just downhill from there. Then it was a matter of okay. I think we were trying to win the Premier League for a little bit. Then that dream disappeared, and then it became trying to fight to get in the top 4 because we were in the top 4 for a few years, and then now it's like we're trying to fight to be in the top 6
to stay in
and
the
now,
league.
now this year we're trying to fight to stay in the Premier League. It's like what is going on, man? Like, it's
Do you
unbelievable.
guys do okay in the Euro? Like not Champions League.
In the Europa-
the
one.
Europa League?
Yeah, right.
Who cares about the Europa League?
Yeah, but
That's
if
the
you
thing.
win it, it's something.
Yeah,
you know
that
what I mean?
became at the end of the day that became our lifeline.
Yeah.
That became because if you win, this guy's laughing.
Wait, when you get, do you
This
get,
guy's
you
a
get
Manchester supporter. Don't listen to him.
mate,
bro.
got it?
yeah, do you get to
Oh,
go to the
God.
Champions League the next season?
Yeah,
Automatically,
yeah.
if you win the Europa League?
You win the Europa
yeah,
League, you
yeah.
go to the Champions League next season automatically. So at a certain point, it kind of like when you know you're not going to win the like Premier League, you know you're not going to make it in the top 4. You kind of hang on to the Europa League. You know what I mean? And like I think last year or the year before, we made it to the final of the Europa League.
Okay.
And I think Chelsea were versing Chelsea. And Chelsea already made it in the top 4, so they were in the Champions League.
Yeah.
They didn't need to win it. They could have just handed it to us. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
feel sorry for us or some shit. You know. But we didn't get shit. We didn't get shit. That we lost that. We just now we're trying to stay in the Premier League. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Are you much into Australian soccer, like
Yeah, I mean,
A League and shit?
yeah. Matter of fact, I followed the A League right like at the beginning of like the first couple seasons. I was pretty You know,
Yeah, likewise. I had a membership.
That's
for one
time
of
ago.
the
yeah,
seasons,
like
What years was that?
like 20, like 05, 06.
Yeah, because like
Damn.
this was exciting times. Like Australia had a like proper league.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
We didn't have anything like that before.
No.
Yeah.
And I remember staying first few matches going to Olympic Park, and there wasn't even any seats at that point. We were just like standing on the terrace, behind the goals.
Oh yeah, it's facts.
Behind the
bro.
goals, yeah. And like
it was one of these small stadiums that could only hold like 15,000.
yeah, they demolished. I think
Yeah.
did they demolish it now?
Olympic. It might have been Olympic Park. Or
It was
some
Olympic
shit.
Park. Yeah, Olympic Park. And
Fucking classic. Man.
yeah, that was honestly when you look back, that's like some real memories, man.
It is, bro.
You know? But
Especially all the chants about it, because John Aloisi's brother played for Adelaide.
yeah,
and we
like
just
that,
hated that.
Yeah,
cunt.
Ross Aloisi.
Ross Aloisi.
Yeah.
So yeah, there used to always be chants about him. And
Yeah,
shit,
straight up. It was so fun. Like my brother took me because he was like a mad soccer fan, and he still is. And yeah, he took me. I was like 12 at the time, I think, and then just kind of grew up watching Melbourne victory pretty much, you know.
Yeah, that's why anyone that goes for City, I'm just like, you're weird.
Yeah, where were you? Where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you all those years ago?
Probably similar with Clippers and like LA and shit. Like, why would you go for Clippers? Like,
Yeah, they have Western. What do you call it? Western United now. And even though I'm from the West, I kind of still have a connection with Victory because I was there.
Western isn't that for
Yeah, Western Sydney
No,
Wanderers.
there's Western.
Oh, is they coming?
No, there's Western Sydney Wanderers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in Sydney.
And then there's another team called Western something.
What, in Victoria?
Yeah.
In the A-League?
Keep talking. I'm
A-League,
doing my,
in the A-League, yeah. It's
I'm gonna
like
do
they're
my
green, like, got the
Googles.
green and black uniform and stuff.
Green and black.
Yeah, they train at like...
It sounds like New Zealand.
Nah,
Well, it's
son.
not
Yeah.
long. It's not long.
No,
So-
it's Western...
Right, is this the first season?
Yeah.
It is.
Nah, when... Did they... I think they already competed.
You sure, bro?
I swear.
I think you
Alright.
might be bugging.
No,
Let me
have a look, man.
Western Sydney Wanderers,
Yep.
Sydney FC, Melbourne Victory, Melbourne City, Newcastle Jets, Adelaide, Wellington Phoenix, Western United FC,
There you go. That's the one.
Where are they from?
That's the
Melbourne suburb of
one. Caroline Springs, though?
Tarongia.
Taronja, okay.
What the hell is
There you
that?
go.
Where did these guys come from?
So they've been in the A-League
Yeah, for like I think a year or two.
a year or two.
They don't
Far
get
out.
much like press
never
or
even
any,
heard of 'em.
any promotion or anything.
Yo.
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
bro? Good on you, bro. Well done, man.
All right, I stand corrected.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
right,
Facts.
you
Don't ever doubt me, yo.
Yeah,
Don't
you know
ever,
shit.
ever doubt me, man. Nah.
Bro, his head's gonna
Who
blow
supported
up.
them?
Taking off this guy.
What's
Yeah.
their stadium capacity?
I didn't even know they had the stadium. They
So where do they play? What, in the,
They come
in
from-
City, I think.
They come from the MPL or something.
No, new team, brand new.
It's brand new team.
Brand new team.
Bro, they haven't done.
They play they wouldn't play Marvel. Marvel. Amy.
Oh, yeah, Amy.
Yeah.
Probably, I think so. But I think they train at Caroline Springs, I know.
Okay.
They're building a stadium. There's plans to build a stadium.
Yeah.
In like Truganini. Oh no,
Williamstown.
Wyndham Vale. You know, like
Wyndham
Wyndham
Vale.
Vale.
Yeah.
They're planning to build a huge stadium there, and it's planning to be like one of the biggest stadiums in Australia.
Yeah.
Apparently, look at the plan.
Really?
Google that
All
shit.
right. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
I
they.
think I heard about this something ages ago, but like I didn't even know that there was an actual club.
Yeah.
That's repping that at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. I remember, when the plans were out and about, and now it's a real thing. But again, what I was trying to say was, even though there's a team in Western Melbourne, I'm not going to support them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, but like I was Melbourne Big Chess,
Yeah.
memories and shit.
It is what it is. You know, you got some nostalgia with it. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know,
They've been around for 15 now, more than.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like we in Melbourne and we don't even hear about this shit, and this is supposed to be the A-League, man.
That's the thing, man. You know, I like I said, there's a couple of things that like I feel are really underrepresented, man. Like hip hop, the urban Melbourne scene is one.
Yeah.
Minorities are a second. Oh, I'll put minorities. I'm just gonna put them. I'm not gonna rank them. Minorities are another one.
Russian Olympics.
Football,
Soccer?
yeah,
Call it soccer?
football. Let's
Yeah,
call it.
football.
I call it football. We're gonna start somewhere.
I used to call it football.
Yeah.
Till I moved here, because when I was
Yeah.
growing up in Kenya, that's all we knew was fucking football. We didn't
Yeah.
know any of these other sports and stuff. But as soon as I came here, I started following the footy a bit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
right, everyone calls this shit soccer. Only
Yeah.
like people like from minority backgrounds who are still strong and in touch with their culture call it football. Yeah.
It's whatever like the sport, like the most dominant sport in the state. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if Aussie rules is the most dominant
But soccer
sport,
is
that's
not.
gonna be footy.
Soccer's not even it's not even dominant in any state of Australia, bro.
But yeah, that's why it's not called football. It's called soccer. You know.
I think it should still be called
And we like we have such a fascination with like American culture, so you know they call it soccer as well. So
I guess it was also like, to be honest, like when they, you know, when...
So they call American football, don't they?
Yeah, they call it American football, but it's the same thing in Australia. How
yeah.
you know it was European settlers who settled and who colonized Australia, and then they they made their own sport and all that, and because their population was big, they called it football, everything, and then when people came over, they just had to adjust to that, so it just became soccer.
It's true.
But it can
now
be
football's making a comeback, as in the word football. You know what I mean? So when A-League came about, I think there was like an ad campaign. It said like, "This is football" or something like that, or like football, but not as you know it, or something like that. You know what I mean?
That's a big competition, isn't it? That's like huge to market your brand or whatever as something else that's already been marketed like
and
that.
the thing is, there's a lot of conflicts and stuff because football is like naturally like a winter sport. You know what I mean? You got to play in the winter. But the A-League is held in the summer to accommodate with AFL. Yeah. So it's you kind of you get like the new kids on the block. You know what I mean? You kind of trying to find your space and stuff. And
see, I think if Melbourne ends up having like, you know, 8 teams like the AFL, then shit, we're creeping up a little bit.
But it makes
AFL's
sense,
got how many? Like 8 teams at least
in Melbourne. Yeah. But you look in Sydney and they have, or in New South Wales, they have a big number of, and Queensland as well. They have a big number of NRL teams because that's that's dominant sport there.
Yeah.
But I think with the A-League, you gotta have it in summer, or else no one's gonna watch it, bro. You're just gonna lose money. You're gonna lose viewers, and it's just like the NFL, NRL, and the AFL. They never put the grand finals on the same days, even though the seasons match up exactly.
You can't.
Yeah, because it's just not gonna work out. Yeah,
it's too much war.
Yeah,
bro. You need to be smart in marketing and shit. Yeah.
Yes.
There are forces against like football, like soccer. You know what I mean? Like, don't I remember there's a lot of biases like in certain newspapers and certain channels and stuff because it was seen as like an ethnic thing, like an ethnic like sport. You know what I mean? Back in the day, there's like one of the biggest ambassadors of like Australian football. His name was like Johnny Warren.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Johnny Warren. He wrote a book called.
What was it called?
It was called Sheilas, Wogs, and Poofters.
Yes.
That was the thing. And now, reason being was because he was an Anglo-Saxon young boy growing up in Australia in I think the 50s or 60s, and at the time the idea was, or the notion was that the only people that played soccer or the only people that played football was Sheilas, Wogs, or Poofters. That was the thing. So, and he was like, no, like I love this sport. This is an amazing sport.
Talking about soccer, yeah.
Yeah, soccer, yeah. So, and like reminiscences of that still probably carry out to this day. You know what I mean? The generalizations and the kind of stigmas associated with it, like it's a girl sport or it's this or it's that. It is a girl sport, and like we have I think the A-League has the
W League.
The W League, and they do amazing things. Like even like the Matildas, you know what I mean? They won. Like they got pretty far in the World Cup and stuff. So
and now the Australians are hosting. We're gonna host the Women's
World Cup. Yeah, so you got to respect it. You got to
Australia.
pay your dues. You got to pay homage to it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You can't keep putting it down because think of it this way: like AFL can't really represent Australia on the national level.
Except when they do that, cross with the Irish.
Yeah. But that doesn't compete with the World Cup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It
well.
doesn't compete with the World Cup. So
Facts,
yeah, if you really want to kind of support the nation in that way, support football. You know what I mean? That's how I feel anyway.
Love to host. Well, I'm saying it like I'm Australian. Love.
You are Australian.
Yeah, I am. But like I have control of it. But like as Australians, like we'd love to fucking have the World Cup here, bro. That'd be so amazing.
No, I think we would get there. Of course, we've had issues
without corruption,
with money. Yeah, with money issues and
honestly,
shit.
we all know that.
But no, I think a couple of years ago, I heard that soccer is actually like slowly like overtaking. It's not overtaking, but it's creeping up to lots of people are preferring to play soccer compared to Aussie rules. Young kids especially.
Yeah. No, honestly, like there are more kids. I think I'm not sure if it's Sydney or if it's all of Australia, but like there are more kids, I think under 18 or whatever, playing soccer than any other sport.
Logically, it makes. I mean, and financially, it makes a lot more sense. You get a longer career in soccer. You could potentially make a lot more money in soccer. There's a ceiling with AFL.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think parents, because they see it as like, it's not like my kid's not going to get brain damage playing this. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather my kid play that.
Yeah.
But the thing is about soccer, all things considering, because it's not exactly cheap to play soccer, like at the junior levels especially, like fees and that,
Bro,
man,
it's crazy. I tried to get into like Brimbank Stallions and like in
Italian club, yeah.
Yeah, when I was 15 years old.
I played for them when I was.
you?
Yeah,
too,
that was my first club.
Look at all us.
Yeah,
Hey, there you go, man. Hey, rep out Brimbank Stallions, Italian social club,
bro, they didn't
Furlong
pick me.
Road.
They didn't pick me, bro. Nah, I'm not repping them.
Yeah, because you didn't get accepted.
I'm gonna be dirty, bro.
Yeah.
No, what year were you?
Well,
So I'm trying to remember mine.
Well, I was 13 and under 14s, and I left before under 15s. So what year was that?
I'm trying to remember mine year
But
too.
soccer is.
Would have been like 2004, 2005.
Ah, that's
Bro,
ages
I was
ago.
2004, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, under 11s though, I think.
Yeah. There was. Do you remember a guy named? You probably wouldn't know him. He was like around like my year level, like Messeret. Really, like the fastest dude that was like there at the club. Even against like this guy was like 14, and they would like put him up against like the reserves or like the seniors and stuff like that to like just race. And this guy was just like smoking everybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But-
Anyway, your gripe with Brimbank.
Yeah, here we go.
I tried to get in, and I only practiced for like I think it was like a week or two before pre-season, before they actually had to pick the teams.
Yeah.
And I didn't get in, so that's why I ended up going to play footy, and then I never went back to soccer after footy, you know, and I just got caught up in that.
Because normally they take like 2 months to trial out people.
Bro, it's crazy. And then at the end, it was like, bro, the fee was like massive. It was like 400 bucks or something. Yeah, 400 bucks. And you go to like an AFL club and you probably pay, as a junior, you'd probably pay maybe like 100, 150 or something like that, you know? It's crazy.
How much is it for footy when you?
It's about like 150 or something like that for a junior team. And then if you want to go in the
Not too
seniors,
bad,
start paying 300. But like,
so
as a 14, 15-year-old, having to pay like 400 bucks for like registration and membership, that's crazy. That would drive people away, just that in itself.
And that's the thing. It's like that's the registration fee on its own.
Yeah.
And then you got the boots. If you want to get some half decent boots, like a couple $100, you know what I mean? The kits and stuff. I think the kits maybe they come part of the registration fee.
If the kits are clean, bro, I don't mind paying a big reg. Because I've got some Green Gully shit from back in the day.
You played for Green Gully?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. All right.
That
was the club to beat.
Green
Yeah,
Gully?
like I played for like pretty much all the rivalry teams, like Hill Park, Green Gully, Brimbank. Like everyone hates each other. Yeah.
I tried out for Green Gully. I didn't get in. That was the same kind of thing as you. I rocked up
prestige,
like
bro.
Yeah. 2 weeks in. There was a guy that was there. He got like they get like trials at like to like European clubs and stuff like that. But I tried out like 2 weeks before the season started and didn't get in, and I was salty. So I hate Green Gully.
Yeah,
I hate Green Gully, man.
They like I played at Green Gully for 2 years from like when I was 8 and 9, and then I played for like an additional I think maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah.
But then under 16s came around and I just wasn't good enough. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And then I went to Killer Park. Yeah.
Killer Park. Is that the team? Are they all purple? Purple.
Correct.
Yeah. We've versed them a few times. Yeah.
The most garbage fits. Like we had the most old school shit. Like you go from Green Gully, which is like Nike, and then you go to Killer Park, and they've still got retro shit from the 90s. Which you look back, you're like, you know what, the kids are fucking fire. You know what I mean? But back then you're like, this old shit.
This is trash. Man,
bro.
Honestly, Brimbank Stallions was pretty decent.
Yeah.
The black and white.
And now they're affiliated with
Juventus.
Yeah. The only team affiliated with Juventus outside of Italy or something
really?
like that. Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah.
That's all a scam. You know that's a scam.
That's money.
I swear.
Get us in, bring people in.
There was a team. I don't want to call them out and stuff, but they said they had a link to AS Roma.
Oh yeah.
And I think you might know what team this is. Anyway, they were based in like
AS Roma, yeah.
Anyway,
Call them out.
The team itself.
Yeah, they I think it was called Melbourne Phoenix or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, their fees were like thousands of dollars, man.
Yeah.
Because they could promise you like all their coaches were from AS Roma, that they would like fly you out there and you'd have like maybe a trial sesh with them and this and that. And not gonna lie, their team was actually pretty good. You know what I mean? Team was pretty good, but looking back, it was all I don't see them now. You know what I mean? I think it was all a scam, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
People put money into that shit. Lots
might have to blur that out. Might have to I don't want to name dropping shit here. We're trying to catch a case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
catch Marquis.
Hey man, gotta catch them all.
People put a lot of money into that stuff though. Like you think about parents who like support clubs like that. It's they put a lot of money into
White parents, man.
Yeah.
White parents, seriously. Yeah, man.
There's
invest in your kids and stuff, you know. No,
right. We all need to invest in our kids.
yeah, I know.
You know what's interesting? Me playing soccer like early up, like I realized now that I was amongst like some really crazy talent. There's one guy, you know, I think he's playing in Poland at the moment. A couple of guys I grew up playing with, they ended up making it to the A League. And like looking back, like I was like they were much better than me. Don't get me wrong, but like I felt like I was a little bit close. But I didn't know about hard work, or I didn't know of like, oh, hey, if you like instead of just, you know, doing your training, you know, on your Tuesday, Thursday, you train outside these times, you might be able to get somewhere with this. I'm like, you know what? Maybe things would have changed a little bit if I knew about like that hard work and that drive. But even then, like I'd lost love for soccer anyway.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. Like looking back, it's like, yo, I was close to some really dope guys. They were really good.
That's actually a very good point you make there, because like I used to work with someone at Melbourne Airport who he finished work and then he moved on and he became a soccer coach, like you know, the ones that just do it on the side, like after training or whatever. They make money, bro.
Oh, really?
They make money. Parents will pay big money to get their kids to go and do like a private coaching session for like an hour or whatever, once a week or twice a week. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, if you're good at soccer or whatever, bro, start your own coaching thing if you're good at it, and man, you'll make bank.
Yeah, man. I mean, me personally, I had to like beg my mum to kind of allow me to play soccer and stuff.
Really?
Like that. Yeah, man. It was like
different from white parents. White parents just
man.
were like,
They're
yo, get out of the house,
man.
Yeah,
exactly. Man, come on, you know?
Yeah, facts.
But no, once she held it down. Though once I did start playing and stuff, she was there like every single game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like she was there. I think she like we used to go to Ballarat sometimes. You know, like long trips in the like. Junior games were in the morning, mostly like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So we'd have to be up by like 7, 8, you know, start driving, you know, hours before. And then, she was there every single game for years and years and years, you know. So, yeah, shout out to mum, man. Shit. But expensive, hella expensive, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think that one of my friends, he's actually, like, he helped with OSFA and stuff, the Almost Sports Federation of Australia. He's the CEO or owner of Fitzroy Lions.
Okay.
And they're doing great things, man. They have like a sponsorship deal with Nike. And the thing about them, what makes them different is that there's no fees.
Oh, sure.
There's no fees.
Wow.
And he organizes transport to and from training and matches.
For each kid?
Every kid.
Damn.
That needs it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah, he's got they've got a whole feature documentary on him and stuff. And yeah, his name's Abdul Malik, CEO of, he's probably going to get a big head, big shouting and stuff like that. But shout out, bro, you're doing great things, man, and hope to see you at OSFA this year, man. So,
we like to see people like that. Helping out the community like that. That's really good.
Yeah. And, I think that's probably one of the big things that football in Australia needs to probably focus on, like just reducing the fees, making it more accessible because a lot of the talented kids, they're from the, like, I guess, disadvantaged areas, you know, they don't get as much opportunity or chances to kind of play in like more organised teams and that sort of thing. So,
and if they're in the league, then there's opportunities for them to play for, you know, better clubs and that sort of stuff with their talent, you know what I mean?
It's like sponsorships
but they have to be in the league in order to get, you know, those sort of opportunities and play. If they're just, you know, out in the streets or, you know, they're just you know, at their schools, they're not going to get those opportunities. You know?
Facts.
Yeah,
man.
I was watching a video the other day about the France team and how like a lot of the best players like Mbappe and all them come from the hoods of Paris, and that goes back to what you're saying.
From the hood?
I don't know.
He's not the only white guy in the team, isn't
really?
he?
Yeah, he's not the only white guy.
No, there's actually more now. I remember back in the day, like 98 World Cup, it was like all just like African descendants and stuff like that, you know. And
if you have a man bun, you're probably not from the hood.
It's still got.
No, he has a strong man bun, man.
Yeah,
I gotta admire that, man.
Yeah.
That shit's pretty dope.
And the left
100.
leg too.
Yeah.
He's rocking it well, man. He's rocking it well.
Yeah. Classy.
But
classy
the thing about France, they have probably one of the best football setups in the world.
Like programs.
Yeah, they got a school called Clairefontaine, and it's like an academy, and like all the best players like were from there, like Henry, Anelka, Zidane. You know what I mean? It's gonna, and who else? I think maybe Griezmann was from there. Mbappe, obviously, Pogba. list goes on and on.
Best,
All those white France pretty much like contenders for the World Cup every year or every 4 years, whatever it is.
Yeah. No, hell yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to see something like that for Australia, hey? Like, just, because, I mean, we got the talent and that sort of stuff. I think maybe more so development in the players that might be lacking. What do you see, like, for Australia as far as, like, why can't we, contend well in the World Cup, against, like, these big, European, South American.
So like there's like a football analyst called Craig Foster. He says it's two sides to it, right?
Okay.
So you got the technical thing and the tactical thing.
Okay.
As people make memes out of it, like technical, whatever. Anyway, but it's true. Like the technical side of it is like you got to at the end of the day have the players that have the talent, like technically footballers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that you develop that at a really young age. What Australia tend to do would try to find athletes and try to make athletes into footballers. Whereas other countries like Brazil or France or the countries that contend for the World Cup, they have like really awesome programs and are really competitive. They find footballers and then develop them as they get older to become more athletic, more like build up their strength and their endurance and that sort of thing. So, like for example, if you look at like Neymar, Messi. Look at Messi, for example, right? One of the best players of our generation, if not ever, right? He grew up with like a growth deficiency. He had like a deficiency at the age of like 9 or whatever it was, and Barcelona paid for his treatment. They're like, look, this kid's got talent. He's smaller than all the other kids, and he's disadvantaged in that way physically, but he's got the talent. He's got the footballing brain. He's got that. There's a gift in this kid. So let's invest in him physically, and they're reaping the benefits of that now. You know what I mean? So, well, not Argentina, but you know what I mean. Barcelona.
Not Argentina, bro.
Barcelona are the ones that are investing in him. They're benefiting him.
Right. Because they had him early. They had
correct.
him, how old? 9
Very
or
young, yeah.
Yeah. So
maybe earlier.
That's what I think the issue is, primarily down to. I think Australian coaches, like at the junior level, they're really just probably interested in winning at the time, like winning season to season, rather than thinking long term. So they'll get probably the biggest players, the fastest players, the strongest kids, and put them on. And maybe the other kids who are not that physically sound yet are left out. You know what I mean? Or don't get opportunities and that sort of thing. And so, unless you're an absolutely exceptional player, unless you probably go overseas at that point, like Harry Kuehl, look at all our best exports, like Harry Kuehl or Viduka, Cahill and all that. They left at an early age because they knew that the footballing program, he wasn't all that. It wasn't, so they left and they benefited from it, That's the thing, man. It starts early. It's really early, man.
What do you think of like when people leave to go to like mid-tier teams in overseas? They're not going to the greatest teams, but they're going to mid-tier teams.
They're getting a bag.
They're
getting a bag.
Sometimes they're not getting a bag. Sometimes they're going there for the opportunity to, make themselves.
They're
something.
doing what you love to do, Brian, and that's travel.
Yeah, you're getting paid to live somewhere else.
Exactly
Yeah,
right,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not against it, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, Leeds was pretty competitive back in there, but it wasn't like, was it a huge cup back then? I'm not sure, but there are players.
I don't even know if they were in the Premier League when Harry and Viduka
No.
were there.
They actually, I'm thinking
Premier League.
back, they were killing it.
Yeah, they won a title, I think, in the late 90s, yeah.
Yeah, they were killing it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are players out there that start off like mid-tier teams and then came up, and like,
Yeah.
did better after, So,
Yeah,
not
just-
against it, man.
Yeah,
Make
you
it
just
come
see a
back
lot
to
of
A-League.
Yeah, just exactly, bro.
Come back. A-League's always going to be here, man. End of the day.
It's true.
They're
What-
like settling.
What do you think about the A-League bringing in, Usain Bolt tried it?
Oh
Bro, that was,
my
how
God.
funny was
Did
that
you
shit,
see
bro?
that shit?
That
Oh
shit
my
was
God.
funny.
I missed that.
Bro,
Yeah.
they signed Usain Bolt, one team, as one of the Sydney teams.
Central Coast Mariners.
Coast,
Yeah.
For what though?
To play, like,
He played, he's like a
striker or
former
whatever,
player.
man.
So you played?
Yeah, he played, bro.
How many games?
I don't know. He was on there for one season.
Half
I think
a season
he
or
played. Yeah, I
something,
think he
yeah.
played like a few games and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
You
shit was
score
funny.
at
I was
all?
like,
It's hella
how
fun.
is this guy who's never played? He's never played soccer professionally, and he's just come in and gone straight into the team because he's a fast motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
That shit
He
was
fits
funny.
perfectly for the Australian system, man. Straight up. athlete and try to make him a footballer. You know what I mean?
And he loves to party. He loves the white women here in Australia.
Straight up.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah, he has a reputation.
He loves getting on the. He's a real party guy. He loves getting on the mic.
He goes to Melbourne to the races all the time. I always see him
there you go.
the races.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you see him everywhere, man. In the Melbourne club scene, and this guy must come down here a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like,
why Australia? I wonder.
Yeah, but also like, parties are going off in Jamaica.
Yeah,
right?
I know,
like you know it, but he wants to be here a lot.
Maybe he wants to be anonymous or some shit. Maybe like, you know how people go from like...
People would see him, bro.
Come on, you look at how tall he is. You're a basketball player, right?
Yeah, but people in Australia will know what's going on, but like, this guy's a world-known guy. Think like that, right?
Yes.
So, for example, like, people who are like in LA, let's say, they go to Vegas because like, it's kind of like a bit of like a getaway. You know what I mean? So maybe this guy, if he goes to big cities, everyone knows who he is, and he's going to be on the major news networks or whatever. If he comes to Australia, really...
Probably people don't give a fuck as much.
Australians don't. Well, that's Usain Bolt, but that's as far as it goes. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it
smart,
was news.
You know what I mean?
It's smart, yeah. It's a good place to fucking live,
Hey,
right.
I'm just throwing it out here, throwing ideas out here, you know what I mean?
and
hypothesizing out here.
Yeah, and it was news for like a couple of times. The first couple of times, like he partied and went crazy, in
Yeah,
Australia.
actually, it was.
But then after that, I'm sure he's partied heaps since, and like he gives a fuck now. It's that's just what he does. He just comes to Australia to
You're
party.
like, oh fuck, he should be here any minute now, man. Usain Bolt should be.
It's like he's saying, Bolt's coming to the club. Yeah, he gives a fuck, bro. He comes every week.
I go to the club, I'm like, hey, Usain's list. I'm like, okay, Usain's list at the door, please.
Right.
He
probably has a list at every club. Usain,
man.
bro. Usain's list at the door.
It's funny.
Cheaper entry.
That shit.
Get in before 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that shit was dope. It's interesting, I guess it brought a bit of like media to like Australian football at the time.
Yeah.
And I think we've had a couple of that. Who else came? David Villa came.
Yeah, David Villa.
For like half a season on a 10-week contract or 10
yeah,
game contract.
Who did he play for? Melbourne City.
Yeah, he played for City.
Yeah.
That was huge because I remember City was linked to like
Manchester City.
It was linked to Manchester City, and Manchester City was also linked to another team in America.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. So they were doing like some sort of deal where, we're affiliated to them, we can bring them here for a bit.
Because he played at that American club, did he?
Yeah, he did play at that American club. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
the jerseys are like identical.
very close. Yeah.
Fucking
look
hell.
at this. Look at the Manchester, the
down
Melbourne
to the
City
logo.
and the Manchester City one.
Yeah.
But down to the sponsor.
No, the sponsor's exactly the same, but even the logos, like, I don't know, like, close, but, like, from a distance, like, the jerseys look so fucking similar.
Yeah.
Same colours as well, similar.
Yeah, it's the very same similar colours. Yeah. It was crazy because they got bought out by him. They were Melbourne Heart for ages.
The red and white, I remember.
The red and white.
Yeah.
And then, it was kind of strange, I like
City's
City better. City's better,
yeah. City's solid.
Yeah.
Don't support City, victory all the way, but
exactly.
City.
Facts.
Gotta respect
season starting.
Not really.
Again.
Archie Thompson, 5 goals, bro.
Hey,
Come on, bro.
how many records does that guy hold, man?
Yeah. For Australian soccer, yeah.
No, for international. He scored against American Samoa. He scored 13 goals in one game.
Yeah.
Australia won 31-0.
32.
No, it was 31, wasn't it?
31. I think it was 31 or 32.
31-0.
You stopped counting at that point, bro.
You
I was like, alright, dude, whatever. Like, 40. We'll just write 40, man. Round it up, round it down, whatever.
It's like Archie
bro,
Thompson,
that's funny,
like he didn't play much games for like Socceroos, but like he's got records. He's got that record for like most goals in like an international game and like most goals in like A-League game, even just the final.
Yeah.
Like five goals in the final. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was good. Yeah, he was good. Isn't it crazy to think how dominant like Australia is in like an Asia Pacific like stage on?
That's
fucking
I mean
soccer
that's
and
why
shit.
that's why
crazy.
like that was a problem there. That's why we could never make it to the World Cup because like our only somewhat competition was New Zealand, but we were always better than New Zealand. You go to the like the playoff game against
South
the
American
fourth
team.
South American team, and then we always lose. Like I wonder why? Because But then they put us with Asia. It makes things easier.
Yeah.
Well, not easier, but
It's better.
it gives us competition. Like it gives us at least like good, decent practice. Like,
Facts.
bro, playing America Samoa like every fucking, you know.
I think about it, man. There's like competitions to playing. Like you got the Asia Cup.
I was just gonna mention the Asian Cup because that kind of like spiced up things a bit more. You know, get like some dope ass Japanese teams or Korean teams come over and play here and really like give them a run for the money
on the national level and on the club level as well.
Yeah, club level.
Asia Cup for the national level.
Yeah,
and then we got the Asian Champions League for the A-League, like the top two teams of A-League. I remember watching like Gamba Osaka.
Yeah.
Uro Reds, like I think it was a Korean team or whatever, coming to Melbourne. It was hectic.
Yeah.
I feel like that was bigger than actual A-League.
Yeah.
Like them coming here was like huge. People would be like, this team's coming over. They got some A-list stars and shit. Yeah, that was...
It was so much, it was so fun as well because like, just a better experience as a fan, and because the rules for the AFC or like the Asian Champions League, whatever it is, they are a bit more like lenient when it comes to like fans display of like fanaticism or whatever. They like allow flags, they allow different stuff like that. So like just more atmosphere, like a better atmosphere.
People are more wild,
Yeah, A-League is kind of like, you know, everybody has to just, like, maybe sit down unless it's certain areas and no flags and no this, no that. So
A-League's game went off at one stage, bro. They used to have like flares and shit all the time.
Probably
that was crazy.
Every now and again, man.
It's not an A-League game unless there's flares, right?
Right, it used to pop off all the time. They've calmed down a fair bit, but like, it used to be crazy.
I was gonna say, man, into like some music shit. What's just the people probably want to know, like, what do we got cooking? Like, what we got like coming up next? Any not to drop like names and stuff, but what kind of genres are we gonna be introducing or to the people? Would you say?
You got an answer?
I have no answer. But I think there's a lot of like R&B people definitely want to interview and stuff. I know we have a couple of like artists that we don't want to drop because we're not sure whether we're gonna clarify just yet. But I think we have a few R&B sort of people want to drop. But bro, it's just anyone, you know, anyone we think that is cool and is available to have a chat. You know, a lot of the time we want to chat to people, but everyone has like a busy schedule, so we're just waiting.
Like the podcast, you know, represents the playlist or vice versa, whatever. But anyone that you listen to on the playlist is, you know, people that, you know, we'd be keen to just have on the platform and just interview and that sort of stuff. But not just artists, you know, with, you know, your network and bringing in, you know, these different types of people to come in, you know, interview, like, we're all about that, you know what I mean? Just sharing stories and, you know, if you got an interesting job or, you know, interesting stories or whatever, we want to know about it. You know, we want to bring you here. So, that's, without saying too much, that's what
I think one thing we can all probably look forward to is like live events and stuff, you know what I mean? Like concerts and live gigs. You know, the creative scene have been like starved during this COVID environment. They've kind of been forgotten, to be honest with you, you know?
Every artist that I talk to, they miss performing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's a vibe, man. You get to connect with other people, you know, you get to enjoy, to actually showcase your work and see people's reactions as an artist. You know, it's a big thing.
It's a whole different experience, like watching it live compared to watching it on a screen or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to be there, man. It's totally, So the fact that we now have opportunities to do that and like build those connections and, you know, bring them on and whatever, it's exciting, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm DJing for an artist, I believe, on the 27th, and just going back and forth with him, like, it's reminiscent to my times, like when, you know, Adrian or Neezy would come over the crib and, you know, we actually plan out like a proper set and then we go ahead and, you know, perform that shit at Laundry, like, shit's dope, you know what I mean? It's good to get back into the swing of things for that, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm just super excited, man. This 2021, hopefully, I got a good feeling that's going to be a really positive year for us. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, maybe get on some decks, bro. Maybe I might get a...
Oh, yeah, how's that going, by the way?
I might get a gig at a club, you know?
Have you started showing DJ stuff yet, or what?
Yeah, well, he's had my equipment for a while now.
Are we allowed to drop this? Do the people know about what's...
The people know.
They know?
You know, I've been live a couple of times at The Wandering Brian, you know, Instagram, at The Wandering Brian. For those that don't know, you know what I mean? Brian, right? Not only is he a top-notch photographer, but this guy's going to be on the decks very soon, right? There's going to be more than one DJ here very soon, right?
The only thing he has to worry about is not choking, and then he's going to be okay.
Right. Pressure, like I always say to Alex, I don't know how, and that's why I appreciate so much how like artists come here and do freestyles, because I went on live a couple of times and I'm joking, I'm just on live, it's probably like 4 people watching or some shit. And you're in front of here in real Melbourne, you have like cameras and you have like us watching you, bro. Performance is
Yeah, you
I
just
think
gotta stand up to the pressure.
that's the thing, man. Like, I think it's just a matter of practice. Like, the more you do it, just like anything, man. It's like riding a bike. You know what I mean? The first time you do it, it's kind of like, well, it's, you know, not natural. It's not natural to be in front of a camera and like just performing like this. That's what professionals do. You know, and they take years to like accumulate, like acquire that skill set. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, even just talking on the mic, like it just sounds so simple, but it's like, yo,
Yeah.
it like, you know, fucking
about it.
announcing and shit. Like, I'm talking about not this mic, but like, you know, when you're performing and shit
DJ,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
DJing and shit, like that can be a little bit daunting, like, because you know, Culture Kings, they're trying to get me on the mic a lot more, and
You're a confident dude, bro. I think sometimes when you have that confidence already, you know, you're itching for it, and
not a Culture Kings though.
No?
It's like, I
Can't be
have
fucked?
to talk about the products and, you know,
Oh, really?
yeah, whatever.
99,
but then
50% off.
yeah, like that type of shit. But
Yo, check down R3. We're about to drop the 50%. What? Chicka, 30%.
That's it. That's the one.
But look, it's all about kind of making it your own and like not like making it seem like it's a chore or it's a bore or whatever. Like I'll shout out people in the store, like I'll do funny things like, you know, get people to model and what they're wearing and all that sort of stuff. Like it's all about kind of making it your own, and then they give me like CK tokens to give away. So I'm like, all right, well, how do I give these away? Up to you, Alex. You take the reins. I'm like, all right, far out. Like, let's try something. Oh, name your top 5, you know, Travis Scott song. Or not top 5. Name 5 Travis Scott songs. No cheating, no looking on your
You
phone.
just ask that to like shoppers and stuff.
Yeah. And then and I've done that with like Chris Brown and Drake and all that sort of stuff. And then people come up and they'll normally get it because it's supposed to be easy. And then give them a token. But it's for that interaction,
honestly,
I
real
guess.
talk.
You know?
Honestly, for the record, man, are those tokens like legit? Because I've tried a couple of those tokens to get like, I think they're Yeezys or something.
Yeah.
And they're freaking, what do you call that, game machine?
So you know what I recommend?
That shit was rigged,
rigged,
bro.
yeah.
That shit, I was so close so many times.
See,
man.
I'm on the
Yo,
inside, so I can give you the.
Give us the inside scoop, man,
give
for
us
the
the
people.
inside
Come on,
scoop.
man.
Look, I mean, I really don't know if it's like rigged or not. Like, there might be you know how with these machines, like they'll make it like tiny little bit off.
Yeah.
So like you have to hit it off a little bit in order to get it. I think there might be something to that, but the one that's obviously not the biased one is like the sharpshooter. So you go to the city. So you get 5 tokens. You go to the city store, and then you shoot some hoops, and then you try and get that one. Yeah. And look, they don't like. It's not like they're trying to put you off, but like if you got a momentum going, they're trying to stop that, right? So it's like after 5 shots, you can't bounce the ball anymore.
Damn.
And then they'll also stop in between, like, where you from? Da 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 da, like da da da. And then towards the end they'll get you to put on the CK glasses, which has a camera in it for the Snapchat or whatever. Yeah. And then people will do slow claps and that sort of stuff. So talking about it with the pressure, like if you can handle the pressure and you're clean at your shots, then that's probably the best one to do.
Yeah.
But if you've only got like 3 tokens and you don't shop at Culture Kings much, then might as well just do the the claw one.
Are there levels to the claw one, or is it like
No.
it's just
It's one
whatever you
token.
pick? It's just one. It's whatever you pick with the like the ease and stuff like that.
I'm gonna try next time, man.
Oh, well, yeah, it's like whatever's in there, you claw it out, it's yours. Yeah.
Do people always try and go like for the highest? The most
They're all
expensive
pretty
thing?
much, they're all pretty much, they're all
Similar value?
exclusive sneakers. So like, anything you get there is going to be of value.
Yeah,
what I mean? I guess it just depends on your preference. But a lot of the times it's like, it's specific sizes. So I don't know, people might go up to, the staff and be like, all right, I really want da-da-da-da, what size are these sneakers, whatever. And then they'll tell them whatever. But look, even if you don't get your size, like resell, get your money and shit.
Have you ever seen anyone win?
Yeah, I don't see it personally. I'm in the store. Like it happens. Yeah, it does happen. Like it's not like frequent, but it might happen. To come think of it, probably like once a fortnight.
That's pretty frequent.
Yeah,
that's
facts,
pretty
man.
frequent. Yeah.
From what I see, I mean, I'm not in the store all the time.
I was wondering, like, has anybody ever won that shit?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
absolutely.
yo, has anybody ever won it? Okay,
Absolutely.
if one person just won it, I'm like, okay, yo, I can do it.
Yeah,
That's just
absolutely.
like ego in me. I'm like, yo, I can do this. You know
But
what I mean?
yeah, like
they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah,
But
give
keep
me
that
the
in mind.
tokens now.
Yeah, but keep that in mind when you're doing like these sort of machines. Like they think I'm pretty sure, I can't confirm, but they make it a little bit off. So like when you really know you hit it well, well, like that's probably not the best time. Like a millisecond off, that's when you hit it. Like depends on how good your reactions are, I guess.
You guys listening, this is the inside scoop.
That's the inside. But that's with any machine.
I only get it here. Only at Real Melbourne you can get this shit.
And I don't even
Marquis is gonna be doing fucking late night.
Yeah.
What do you call it when the shout outs when they do the songs?
love song
Love song dedications. Marquis is gonna be on there next, man. Yeah.
Come down to Culture Kings. Holla at your boy Alex. Get on them tokens.
We're playing some sexy background music.
Right.
Yeah, hit it again.
You need a hype man. Marquis is your hype man. Yeah.
Man, pause. Was that a proper pause?
No, that was
It really wasn't, bro. You're reaching, bro.
Alright.
Yeah, but that's not with Culture Kings. I don't even know if it's with Culture Kings. That's with like any like
one of those gaming things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to like the arcades and everyone's trying to get like the biggest prize. Like, oh, you know the one the little squares going side to side and you have to match it up all the way. Yeah, that always fucked me up. That one. I lost a lot of money on that. Damn. A lot of 20 cents. Yeah.
That was probably a lot to you back then.
Yeah.
Who was the most interesting person that walked through Culture Kings that you kind of like shouted out and you're like,
like as in you're not talking about celebrity. You're talking about just a person. Or
it can be celebrity, it can be anyone. Celebrity, someone that you found interesting.
I'm so I'm so appreciative when like artists pop through. And they're not even like they may come to see me or they may not or they just like, oh shit, it's Alex, whatever. But when artists come through and I really fuck with their stuff and I've already got their stuff on Serato, boom, I can just play this shit and then make them feel like a celebrity because that's how I want them to feel, that's why it should kind of be where it's like, I'm repping my own fucking city and look, yes, Trippie Red's come in and YG's come in, but fuck it, like for this moment right here, this artist stepped through, I fuck with this artist, everyone else should listen to this artist too, I'm going to play a couple of their tracks.
The people's champ, y'all.
Well, most interesting person, Melissa Kate ends up stopping by and we ended up having a great chat afterwards for a while, she's really dope, and that's the first time I've actually properly like hung out with her, so that was cool. Who else has been dope? There's so many people who have rocked through, like Sparkso, Gear, Fragile, Kudsai, who else? Melbourne's come through as well. Like there's a lot of people, but DJing for the celebrities is pretty cool as well. I'm trying to know. I've got a story with Nas, but I'll save that for another time. But there's but with YG's one was like a little bit interesting because that was the first time I played for a celebrity.
Oh yeah,
and it was like. It was interesting because
shout out YG.
Shout out YG 400. So YG was
bragging, yo.
YG was interesting, man, because like I'd only been at the store for maybe a month and a half, so like DJ for a celebrity already, it's like fuck, the pressure's on, like and I had a whole set like ready out, to just spin YG tracks, back to back and that sort of stuff. 5 minutes within, my set, one of his guys, big fucking dude, he's like comes up to me, he's like, hey yo, YG don't want to hear his tunes. I'm like, what? So no YG tracks? I'm not to play any of these? Like, no, don't play any of his shit. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm playing, other West Coast artists, and like
should have played 6ix9ine.
No, 6ix9ine wasn't.
Wasn't 6ix9ine wasn't.
Wasn't like Gumbo wasn't even out that time because this was mid 2017.
Gotcha.
So shit, like because I think I realized then and there, I'm like, yo, this guy hears these fucking tunes all the time, like performing and, like, I'd be sick of my tracks too, so I played, some of the old school West Coast stuff, like The Game and Lunas and Tupac and all them. So, he, and I'm sure he enjoyed that. So it was cool. Yeah. But nothing crazy really with the celebrities at Culture Kings. Like, apparently Designer was pretty crazy because like he got on the fucking hoop and was swinging on it and he was jumping off the hoop.
Are you
and
surprised?
Shit. I'm not. He's off something, bro.
What's happened to him?
Panda.
I haven't heard about him in a while.
Me neither, bro.
Quiet, man. Designer, man, where you at, dog?
Yeah, it's hard to come back with that.
Shout out Designer, man.
Shout out
This guy's just shouting out everyone, bro.
Like they know you. Like they'll listen to this.
Hey, you know what I mean?
He just jumped on the mic and he's just like shouting out everyone, bro.
He's like, you're saying before, he's like, oh, my friend will get embarrassed for shouting me out. Your friend doesn't know you, Marquis.
Man, yo. In case, you always got to stay ready. You know what I mean? Just in case it
you
might
never know
drop
who's
by
gonna
shit.
listen to it.
Never
Huh?
know.
So that's it, man.
You know, YouTube algorithms work, man. Who knows? They're fucking, maybe their names are said enough times on like whatever video.
Yeah.
So popping up on their feed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, we don't know how.
I totally made that up. But yeah.
We don't know how these YouTubers do the algorithms, though.
Nah, not at all. But yeah, like artists coming through the building, like I probably mess with you. You know, there's only a few people I don't fuck with from the city, so come through. And if I vibe with you, if I already know you already, great, play your tracks then and there. But yeah, there's been some artists that have come up to me and they want me to play their tracks and make sure it's clean before I play it because I'm not trying to get in trouble out here. And also cleaning up tracks as a DJ, it's not a bore, but it's a chore and it takes a while, So, artists out there, if you can clean your tracks for me, I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, here we go. Now he's shouting him out. Look at that.
No, he's talking to the camera. Bro, everyone's having their moment today.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Not me.
Nah.
Who are you shouting at? You got anyone to
I'm
shout
shouting at
out?
myself. I'm wondering, Brian, please.
What about the other account?
Which other account?
There's no other account. Yeah, true.
Young
The
Star,
only.
baby.
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the OnlyFans, bro.
I didn't have that
Oh,
account, bro. I'm not even in shape for an OnlyFans, bro.
It's not for that.
I'm in that shape.
Oh my god.
Nah, no OnlyFans for me,
why.
man. If you want stuff, just go to therealmelbourne.com. Yeah, you find all your podcast playlist mix shows.
That's it. Are we wrapping up already? Or what
No,
are
I'm
you
just
doing?
plugging Real Melbourne because we're plugging. But yeah, man, it's been dope chat. Fucking
We've been going for a while.
We've been going for a while, and I think thanks again for Marquis for joining, being part of
it's
the
a
team,
pleasure.
bro. If there's
Always a
anything you'd
pleasure.
like to, you're probably gonna be on this. We're probably gonna have this chat like so many times. But if there's anything you'd like to say before we finish this podcast, please.
No, just tune into the Real Melbourne podcast. We're shouting at Spotify as well. We're Spotify. Yeah,
That's
I don't
Spotify.
think we've
Playlist is doing numbers.
right. Exactly.
For some artists out there, we almost got on 100 followers. So
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
We're reaching out.
if you're an artist in Melbourne, if you're in the hip hop urban community, I think it's only a matter of time before we come knock on your door.
Or you can knock on our door and send us some shit. Show us some new stuff. We're always keen to showcase new artists, and we don't ideally reach out to everyone. Like music is so big in Melbourne, so we're not gonna catch every artist. So feel free to send it through. We're happy to listen to it.
Can I leave with this? Can we talk about like etiquette with like messaging people and shit like that? Because I guess with
Hold on, before you do that,
Yes.
hold that thought for a second. And if you are listening to this podcast and you know someone that's dope, then tag them in our post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to shoot us a DM.
Yeah.
Just network with them. I'm sure it'll help them out. It'll
Yeah,
help us
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Help them
Most
with you.
definitely.
I think that's works the etiquette you're gonna go.
Yes.
Go to the etiquette. Go ahead.
Etiquette. Because like, look, we'll get people to be like, yo, sus my shit. They'll go on like pictures to be like, yeah, but what about such and such, those guys are next and that sort of stuff. We don't like that form of messaging. We like, direct with the messages to be like, introduce yourself a little bit, because like a lot of the times we haven't heard of you. A lot of people are new and they're coming up. So a proper message to let them know who they are, and like also like what their intentions are. If they want an interview, if they want to be on the playlist, if they want to freestyle, like whatever it is, like it could be all three really. If you're dope enough, we'll definitely cater for all three.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that first. So what are they doing? Like what's the
So they'll be like, yo, sus my shit. Like just straight like that.
what?
Well, yeah.
Damn.
And they may not even put a link for their music. Like it's like their shit might be in their bio, but it's like you're not even giving me that direct link or like an established like a connection here to let them know or let us know who you are and what you do. So proper etiquette can get you a long way with us. We try to respond to everyone, but when people are just sending links with nothing else, or sus my shit, or when we're promoting someone else and then someone else is commenting, yo, but what about this one? Nah, it's not about that at the moment. Send us a DM for that shit. But at the moment we're appreciating this.
Kind of like
artist,
an all lives matter type of energy right there. Nah, we're focusing on one thing, and I think
that's it.
Mutual respect goes a long way, as you said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Just, we'll help. We're here for each other at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Let's keep the energy right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, we're not here to kind of act like we're better than anyone else or anyone else is better.
We're not
than us,
making any money from this shit. We're doing this all for the community. So we
Facts.
just
You know what I mean?
we
Yeah.
try and do our best
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah.
So I think
and plus, why wouldn't you tell us about yourself? Like why would I interview you if I don't know anything about you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's just about the music.
I think that's like a life lesson just in general, man. Not even just in music, whatever. If you wanna like be direct, just put it out there. Put your put everything out there on the table and then let the world see it and appreciate it, you know?
Or even something a little bit personal, like, like for yourself, like, I saw an easy on the platform, or whoever else, like, who wants to get on the platform, like, at least know a little bit about us, you know, before even, like, reaching out. So it's like, you know, there's already, you know, something there. It's already like, oh, okay, they see what we're doing, we're going to pay attention to what you're doing, you know? So that type of thing. Etiquette, man. It's a big one. Big one for us. Respect, you know?
Yeah, everyone wants to be respected, and, you know, you can also respect this by going to the Real Melbourne.
Yo, to be honest, I mean,
I'm not about to wrap this up.
I mean, this guy's
you know the thing. Sorry, I'm reeling.
He's on a rant right here.
He's on a rant.
No, I'm not on a rant. But the crappy thing about this is like this message will probably get lost in translation. A lot of people are just checking out the page and, you know, seeing what we're doing, you know, with the playlist and, you know, clips and that sort of stuff. So, you know, this may not even get to those specific artists, but, you know, the artists that are listening to this and people that are, you know, sending, you know, dope messages and letting us know about them. You know who you are, and we appreciate you.
Appreciate the love.
That's what it is.
We appreciate everyone. You know, we try to come back with positive feedback, even with your music or whatever projects you're working on. If we don't find it, you know, we're not at that level to have you on the platforms, then, you know, we still send positive feedback of what, you know, where we're at and where we'd like to see you at to be on the platform. So yeah, we're not trying to send bad any energy out. We're just trying to fucking improve everyone in the city, you know.
Yeah, facts. And hey, don't be shy. Send the DMs and
slide.
Yeah, if we don't respond straight away, just know that we do see it, we do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get to it eventually. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
100%. And. Furthermore,
on that note, he's gonna wrap.
One more thing now.
Let me wrap it up.
There we go.
Okay, thank you, Marquis. So you want to plug yourself before I wrap? Yeah.
Yes, you can find me at Mr. Marquis Daniels.
Mr. Marquis.
You know what I mean? You gotta keep it professional. It's all about the etiquette, right? Nah, yo.
God damn.
Yeah. At Real Melbourne _ at Mr. Marquis Daniels. That's where you can find me, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll see me around.
You'll see some colourful shirts on Instagram. You'll see me.
You know? I am not sponsored by Boohoo Man, but we rock a lot of their shit. But
fair
yeah, no, it's been a pleasure.
They need to cut the check though.
They need to. Boohoo Man, what's good? What's good, man? You know where to find me. No.
Marquis is reaching for this.
I know, man. I'm out here. I'm shouting at everybody. I'm just covering all the bases right here. You know what I mean? Just in case I miss anywhere. But nah, you'll see me around.
Well, he'll be around, and hopefully for a long time.
This was fun, huh?
It was good fun. More of these come. You know, we're gonna be doing artist ones, and then we're gonna do ones of just our team where we're just having a chat about catching up and whatever bullshit comes up in the conversation. But yeah, you can find us at therealmelbourne.com, where you can find the playlist, MIXSHOWS, podcast, at realmelbourne _ on Instagram, and YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Is that it? Yeah. That's it. All right. Take it easy. I never finished with that.
Take it easy. Fine. You sound like every other regular person.
Take it easy.
Not how we
all right, yo. Shit.
Love one another. Appreciate.
Some people would say take it hard, but anyway, go ahead.
Just alienated a whole bunch of people right there. Take it. What do you mean by that? Take it easy.
Pause, man. Why take it easy? Huh? Don't take it hard.
Oh wow, this guy. Pause, man. I think that's
Hey, that was him.
All right.
Love one another. Appreciate the environment, and be grateful for what you got. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
All right.